Welcome to my $100,000 stock experiment, year 2, week 33, ending November 29th, 2019. This isn't an endorsement to purchase any stocks that I bought, nor an endorsement to purchase stocks in general. I'm on a mission to become a great growth stock investor. Watch me on my journey, learn from my mistakes, and celebrate my successes. I've been waiting for the Russell 2000 index to get over 1600 for many weeks now. This is the first close above 1600 this year. It closed all 4 days of the week above that mark. The end of the week it closed at 1624. The S&P 500 index also had a nice week. It did close up 30 points since the previous week. The volatility index, which measures fear in the market, actually had 3 of the 4 days below 12. I had wanted to see this between 16 and 12. The lower the better on this one, so it's awesome that it's closing below 12. Here's last week's plan. I wanted to see how well I executed on what I thought I would do. I had identified 3 stocks that were likely sells, and I did sell one of them. And then I had wanted to add on to 2 stocks, and I added on to one of them, but I wasn't able to add on to the other. But I did choose another stock to add on to, and that was Copart. Rexford Individual Realty Inc., symbol REXR. I did sell this on 11/26, and I took about a $100 loss in this stock. Here's the bar chart that shows that I owned this stock for 6 weeks, and it never really made any progress. It had 1 week where I was above my $10,000 purchase, but the rest of the time I was down. Here's the bar chart for the stocks that I currently own. Each bar represents 1 week. The 9,200 yellow mark is my 8% floor, and the dashed black line is the $10,000 purchase amount. So if it's above that mark, then I have a gain. If it's below that dashed black line, then I have a loss. I had to change my access this week because eHealth went over the 20% gain and was off the charts. I took a look at eHealth gain on 11/22. It was up 10% when I had held it for 3 weeks. So I drew that blue line and I wanted to compare the other stocks against how well eHealth performed. So over on the left-hand side, AMD had also made a 10% gain in 3 weeks, but then it went sideways week 4. It didn't make any progress, so eHealth overtook AMD. It took CDW 9 weeks to cross over that 10% mark, and Copart still hasn't made it, and I've held that 6 weeks. CZZ made that in 4 weeks, but hasn't made much progress since, and EDU hasn't gotten to that 10% at all. Lulu in the orange finally made that 10% mark after 7 weeks, and Teradyne has not made it. It's important how quickly stocks are going up, not how much they've gone up over long periods of time, but I want to see that acceleration with them going up right away and then each week making progress. I look at the individual charts, not necessarily the dollar value that each stock has made, but how the stocks are performing on their individual charts, and then I number them with the weakest to the strongest. So Teradyne and EDU are my weakest, and my strongest 2 are Lulu and eHealth. This is the Teradyne 6-month chart. I consider this my weakest stock because it did close below the blue line, which is the 28-day exponential moving average. I have held the stock for 8 weeks, and it's really not making any progress. I'm up 2% in 7 weeks. I really like to see my stocks making 0.5%, preferably 1% a week. So if I've held it 7 weeks, I would be expecting this to be up 7%, which it's not. And I did raise my floor up to that 50-day simple moving average. So I won't take a loss in this stock if I sell at the floor. EDU. This stock I've held for 7 weeks and it's up 7%. So it is making that percentage increase. I like to see 1% a week. But all of that was done in the first a couple of weeks that I owned it, and now it's just really been going sideways. I did raise my floor to that 50-day, and I am above my green line, which is my purchase price. CDW, this is the stock that I've held the longest. I do have 2 buys in this stock. My first buy I've held for 10 weeks and it's up 10%. And my second buy I've held just about 4 weeks and it's only up 1%. I consider this week because it is closed below its 8-day and 13-day simple moving averages, the pink and the green diagonal line. You should see those lines going up and hopefully getting more space between them, with the pink going up faster than the green. That would be a really strong chart. AMD. This stock did close the week at its 13-day simple moving average, the diagonal green line. I have 3 buys in this stock. The first buy I've held for 4 weeks and it's up 10%. Yay. The second buy I've held for just about 4 weeks and it's up just about 6%, which is also great. And then my buy 3 I just purchased this week and then it went down. So I have a 0.5% loss in my B3. I did move my floor up to 1% above my B1 purchase, but if I sold all of these buys, I would still take a loss on my B2 and my B3. Global Payments. I bought this stock on 11/19, so I've held it just under 2 weeks and it's up 0.2%. Basically flat for my purchase price, but it is holding above its 8-day simple moving average. Copart. This is another stock I bought this week, and that wasn't the best buy. It did go down 1.6% since I bought it on Tuesday, and I did have a floor at 8% for that. For my B1 purchase, I did move my floor up to the 28-day exponential moving average. My B1 I've held for 6 weeks and it's up 6%. Cosan. It looks like this stock is starting to make a move. That pink diagonal line is accelerating up faster than the green diagonal line, the 13-day. So the 8 days above the 13-day and going up faster. I did move my floor up to the 50-day simple moving average. This stock is up almost 2% for the week. I have 3 buys in it. My B1 I've held for 7.5 weeks and I'm up just about 17%, which is great. My B2 I've held just about 7 weeks and I'm up just about 10%. And my B3 I've held just about 6 weeks and I'm up 7%. Lulu, I'm considering this my second strongest stock, and I would consider buying a new purchase in this, but earnings are coming up on 12/11 after the market closes. So in a little over a week, it will be having earnings. I have 1 buy in the stock that I've held about 7 weeks and it's up 10.6%. I did raise my floor up to 1% above the purchase price, so if it does trigger a sell, I shouldn't be taking a loss in this stock. eHealth. This is my strongest stock and I wanted to make another buy in it, but on Monday it just took off right away and I got a little scared to be buying a stock that had a big gain that day, and then each day it just kept going up. So I missed that buying opportunity. It's up 10% this week. I did move my floor up to the 28-day exponential moving average, which is that blue line. And I've held this stock just about 3.5 weeks and it's up 21.5%, which is crazy. So I made some nice progress this week. I compare my portfolio. This is the lifetime, the 1 year and 33 weeks of my portfolio is up 34%. Versus the S&P 500, which is up 18% for the same time period. And I also like to look at where my gains and losses came from this week. So stocks that I held last week and sold this week, I have a gain of $142. My 2 add-on buys, I have a loss of $115. And then my existing holdings, I have a gain of over $2,000. The weekly percentage change shows that I have 3 stocks that either had 0 gain or were down for the week. And then I have 6 stocks that were over 1%. One of them, eHealth, was actually up 10%. And the 4 weeks I've held that eHealth, it's been an up week every week that I've held it. My current gains, sorted with the losers on the top, show that my lowest gain in a stock is $18. GPN, I have $18 in. I have 4 stocks that I have less than $1,000 gain in, and then I have 5 stocks where I'm over $1,000. Here's a breakdown of my weekly gains versus the S&P 500 weekly gains. This week, the S&P 500 was up 0.99%, so just about 1%, and Melissa Experiment Portfolio was up 1.5%. Industry breakdown shows that I most heavily invested in the chip sector and the retail sector. I have 3 buys in AMD and just 1 buy in Teradyne. And then in retail, I have 2 buys in Copart and 1 buy in Lululemon. My third largest industry holding is energy, where I have 3 buys in Cosan. My cash balance at the end of week 33, year 2, is $2,700. The stocks that I'm likely to sell are Teradyne, EDU, and CDW. I still want to add on to that eHealth, and then I'm going to look at my watch list for buy ideas. So I've been putting a watch list together every week. I have 16 items on it this week. The yellow ones are ones that I flagged last week as wanting to buy, and I didn't make purchases in them. That's Jazz and Paylocity. The red flag ones were on my watch list from the previous week, so I'm still looking at those. And basically, I don't have any buying power in this portfolio unless I sell something else. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for my next episode, or better yet, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell if you want an alert when I post a new episode.